All right, let's talk about Shibnobi. Shibnobi is screaming as far as adding to holder counts. Guys, we're going to jump into that here in just a minute. Right now, the price action is down a little bit. We're going to talk about that as well. Video entertainment purpose only. If you're new to me and you're not familiar with me, my name's Austin. I cover a ton of crypto here on my channel. So if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, hit that like button because I bring you a ton of content on a lot of different fantastic projects like Shibnobi. And Shibnobi is one that I started covering last week. A couple of things that I really want to point out up front. Okay, so Shibnobi is very similar to Shiba Inu and Saitama in one main way. I've been doing this for a while now. I've been covering Shiba Inu and Saitama for it feels like a million years in a good way, not in a bad way. All right, and so and what I see with Shibnobi as it relates to as a corollary, a parallel to Shiba Inu and Saitama is one thing. I haven't seen a project like Shibnobi that has come on and exploded on the scene and has such a massive, positive, proactive community behind it like Shibnobi does since Shiba Inu and Saitama. And that's a really important distinction to make here because for a project like Shibnobi to really succeed and get to the levels of a Saitama with 280,000 plus holders, a Shiba Inu with 1 million plus holders, you need that massive broad market base of community active people, retail investors like you and I. All right. That's a big deal. And for that to happen, you need again, overall broad market acceptance. You need a very clear roadmap. You need a project like Shibnobi that has a lot of really cool stuff happening, an out and front executive team like Shibnobi has with Cliff and things like that, with him going on doing on AMAs and all that kind of stuff. By the way, AMA coming with Cliff here on my channel at some point in the not too distant future. We're working it out. We got Christmas in the mix. We didn't want to do it this week, things of that nature. So that is coming. Okay, so with all that said, right here, right now, from a price action standpoint, Shibnobi being down 16%, this is not a Shibnobi specific problem, guys. Okay, it's not. So what we got going on is the overall broad market is down 3%. Okay, period. You got Bitcoin, Ethereum down 2 and 3% respectively, and so it's pushing all tokens and all coins down for a real simple reason. Not as much social confidence right now in the overall crypto market. Is it going to be a long-term negative impact scenario to Shibnobi? No, not at all. But I wanted to kind of make you aware of that. So if you're kind of out there trying to figure out what's going on with Shibnobi, price action, why is it down, things of that nature. Okay, so moving on. I want to come back to this. Shibnobi currently, let's refresh this, currently is sitting at 35,758 holders. I want to give you another very interesting fact. Last week, Shibnobi had approximately right at 25,000. We have added over 10,000 in literally under about 7 days. Actually, it's less than that, about 6 or 7 days. That is a massive amount of growth. And I think that a big part of it is it's getting a lot more coverage here on YouTube. You got guys like me, like Zach covering it, and Your Pop and some other people that have been out there covering it the whole time. And it's starting to also really hit kind of that, that mission critical. It's starting to get a little bit bigger. More and more people are coming in, more and more eyeballs on the project, etc., which at the end of the day is a good thing. This is the number that you need to pay attention to because it is holders that ultimately really matter. Oh, by the way, it's how long they hold it. And the hold time, meaning like there's not people jumping in and out of Shibnobi, like every 3 or 4 days. The hold time for Shibnobi is getting longer as well. Said a different way, you want people to buy in, you want holders to come in, but you want them to hold longer. Now, you guys know I'm a long-term buy and hold guy. By the way, I have bought in personally about 10,000 or so dollars or more, and I can't even remember the exact number, but that's about where it's at. No, actually 20,000. Excuse me. I apologize. I was thinking another project. It's 20,000. That's what I've bought in, and so. Again, I'm buying in, I'm holding, I'm not selling. I think this is a 3 months, 6 months, a year play because I firmly and fundamentally believe in this. All right. So to move on, I want to show you a couple of interesting things right here on Shibnobi's official Twitter page. You've got right here. This is a really interesting thing. This is about 10 hours ago. Look right here, spent 130 ETH, $510,000, eating the dip. Think about that. Somebody put in 130 Ethereum and bought $510,000. Whew, that's a big number worth of Shibnobi. That's really, really cool. All right, the other thing I want to show you right here is this Shinja Shibnobi breakout coming soon. This is a real quick analysis of their trend line, the chart, and you can kind of see that we are dipping back down and potentially hitting this breakout number. You can see how that's gone over time right here. See this trend line and how it looks like it might happen. Now, the one thing I'll tell you is I don't expect Shibnobi to bounce back up right in the short term. This might right here, guys, full disclosure, it might not happen because of overall broad market conditions. Okay, so we've got some pretty significant overall broad market conditions right now with the overall crypto market. Not a lot of social confidence in the crypto market, so Shibnobi may bounce through that line. But guys, again, if it does, I'm not worried about this because nothing has changed inherently with the Shibnobi project. Nothing has happened. We haven't lost all 35,000 holders. The project hasn't been derailed, things of that nature. This is an overall broad market scenario that you see where social confidence in the overall crypto market is just right here, right this minute at a low period, and it's not a Shinja problem. It's really, really not. Again, that's my opinion. You do what's right for you, but I'm definitely in this for the long haul. I'm even thinking about adding to my bag. If this bad boy drops maybe below this breakout line, or Shibnobi, kind of continues maybe to dip down a little bit more and maybe say another 15-20% in some kind of an overall correction scenario, I'm definitely looking at maybe adding because, again, I'm looking at this from a long-term hold, a long-term play standpoint. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you right here, right now on Shibnobi, and I definitely like what I'm seeing from a long-term perspective right here, right now, down about 15-16%, but we've talked about that. That's an overall market correction scenario. You got people buying in $500,000+ in individual buy-ins. A lot of times I'll have DEX tools up and watching those transactions come through, and I'm like, man, somebody just bought 25 Ethereum worth. Somebody just bought 15. I mean, yes, you have the selling too, right? But at the end of the day, I'm looking at kind of those bigger buys, because those bigger buys are showing you a real simple thing. Those are votes of confidence with hard dollars, Ethereum dollars, if you will, coming into Shibnobi. And I think, again, keep an eye on holder growth. I'll be back and with another video. And I think that, what do you guys think? Drop in the comments below. I think that Shibnobi will be easily north of 40,000 after this week, but I think maybe between 40 and 45,000. We'll see if we can continue that trend line of growing 8 to 10,000 plus holders per week now as we continue to gain momentum, and we're tracking towards that 100,000 holder mark, which will be a big deal. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Take it easy. Go make some money. Bye.